I have the honor to be the first one, so I hope I'll make this one count. If I do, I'll do a stage diving. So I'll tell you a story about a journey that kind of changed my life, and it started in a bar, not that different from this one. And I said to a guy, hold my beer, I'm going to take a leak. So you should understand that this happened in a farewell party of a company that recently sacked us all. Everyone was talking about updating their CVs, going to interviews, get a new job, and how exciting this is going to be. Now, on my way to the men's room, I saw these guys, and they were talking, we need to book our flight tickets now. So I find it suspicious, and I went there, and I asked, where are you guys going? They said, surfing in Sri Lanka. And just like that, without any hesitation, I asked, can I join? They looked at me and said, sure, the more, the merrier. A few minutes later, I'm standing at the toilet, holding my mobile phone, calling my girlfriend. We've recently moved together, you see. So I call her in the middle of the night, and I'm asking her, would you like to go surfing in Sri Lanka? I could literally hear, the silence on the other side of the phone. So for my luck, just a few seconds later, she responded, fuck yeah, I'm quitting my job if I have to. And that's where you know you have a serious relationship. Now, about a week later, a few more people joined, so we kind of got the crew together. This might be Photoshop, by the way. None of us too pretentious, all modest people. Not really a backpackers, but not the regular tourist type either. Just a bunch of people traveling on a budget. And I guess that's what really made this travel a journey. For me, traveling on budget is, getting away from your comfort zone. You need to deal with the uncertainties of the road ahead, make for shelter, food, accommodation. You need to ask for favors, you make mistakes. Generally, you are vulnerable, and you have to deal with that. And by definition, that's living to the fullest. And really see what you're really made of. So what I found out is that these spots, these heavenly places, they're a bit far away from the well-known. They're somehow hidden. And you find information about them in the hardcore community forums or in word by mouth. And to get there, the journey is a little bit tougher, a little bit, harder. But in these moments, you're not just a tourist, you become a traveler and you become an explorer. So it's really cool. So a few words about surfing, since the topic is surfing. Now, surfing is dangerous, They call it an extreme sport for a reason. You can crack your head open, by the way. So, do you know what's good about having a little bit of danger in your life? It keeps you focused and it keeps you in the present. You need to feel the swell, you need to feel the waves, you need to feel the board under your feet, the sun in your eyes. But when you're doing this, all your problems seem so far away, it's something real. And you start building relationships, and these relationships are built on something that you're really passionate about. The interesting thing is that these connections that you build, they don't count for your age, your gender, your social status, or economic state, or your origin. You don't even need to speak the same language just to be next to the guy that, overcame his fears, enters the water, and tried to catch this wave. So you're part of this community, you're really part of this family, and it's really great. So it's not all being a honeymoon, Some of these places hardly provide any comfort, if at all. Having a hot water or some privacy could be a rare luxury. You need to survive the blood-taxing mosquitoes, banana-stealing monkeys, huge lizards, and the occasional cobra encounter. And wildlife could be a real issue when you're living in a hut that's practically open to the environment. But when you travel like this, you start seeing things. You start to see how little you need to survive. You see this extreme poverty like one that you've never seen before. In a way, you start to appreciate how lucky you are to be born in a small post-communistic country in the outskirts of Europe. You start to appreciate things that you haven't appreciated before, and you're definitely changed for good. So, having survived all this, our crew At some points we're so dusty, so sweaty, at some point so wet, so cold, even hungry, despite the fruits that you see here. But we liked it so much that during the next year we did it again. And do you remember the girl that I told you about on the phone? Well, these kind of troubles can either make or break your relationship. In our case, you know, we fell in love so madly that in the next travel, we decided to marry and share all our life experience. So if I could be arrogant enough just to give you one advice, it would be travel, my friends. You know, do not shy away from the journey that life is offering to you, whether it's a spiritual one, the ones in your mind. Enter them bravely, but not foolishly. Do the best that you can, and you'll end up better and richer from where you started. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.